Hi, welcome back to Just Making It. My name's Matt, and I farm in Northwest Pennsylvania. I raise cattle and I grow crops. And today, we're out in the hayfield. We got the tedder hooked up. Show you a little bit about this tedder and why we're going to use it, especially today. It just got done raining. So this hay is wet. I'm going to show you the hay here first. And it got soaked. It's really nice hay. It's thick. But it's flattened out. It's wet. You can see here, I'm going to pick it up. If you wait too long, see how wet it is? If you wait too long, it'll get slimy. So we got to get it tedded. And it got rained on yesterday, so this is the second time it got rained on. So Lisa's over here. She's on the tractor. She's going to demonstrate this particular tedder and get some work done here as far as getting the hay all aired out. But this is a tedder here, and it's a Pequea. Some people might pronounce that a little different, but I call it a Pequea. It's a turbo tedder, okay? Now, it's what I call a 4-star. Some people may call it a 4-spinner. But I pretty much call it a 4-star. They make them in 2-star, 4-star, 6-star. I seen them 8, and I seen them all the way up to 12. Now, I don't know if Pequea makes one that big. We bought this 4-star tedder at an auction in the spring, this past spring. And this is the reason, one of the reasons why we bought it for days like today where the hay got rained on. So we're going to air it out. And the model number on this tedder is Ht4102. That is the model. The make is a Pequea. So go ahead, Lise. Start it up and fold it out. She's on the 5300 John Deere. It's about a 55 horsepower. You don't need much horsepower to run these. She's going to lower it down now. There you go. Okay, and this is what it looks like when it's folded down, ready to go. We got all new teeth on this tedder. All right, she's gonna get ready to go. We have not ran a tedder all that much. This is fairly new to us. So she's gonna find the gear to be in. She needs to hike it up a little bit more. Yeah, she needs to hike it up a little bit more to throw it harder. Okay, I showed her about how fast we want to go. There we go. That's more like it. See how it's throwing it? You got to go pretty good with these tedders. You want the rows to not be a row. You want it all one, just like that. But we have not raked this, as you can see. We're going to ted it right now, and then she's going to rake it tomorrow with the wheel rake. And then maybe, just maybe, tomorrow afternoon I'll be able to start baling. She's coming up now. Let's see how she's doing here. And with this hay being wet, it's heavy. So I told her, I said, keep it hiked up. There you go. Very nice. See how it airs out the hay? Spreads it out so the air and the sun can hit it. Very nice. This field right here that I got cut, we're probably looking at about 10 acres. About 10 acres down. We got a lot more hay to do here. But I'm so glad that we bought this tedder because, you know, being that the weather's been so rainy, I've never seen such a year like this. And it doesn't rain all that long, but it rains really heavy. Hard rain. So if you're interested in a tedder like this, the 4-star, I bought it at an auction, okay? So I buy a lot of my equipment at auctions. But if you go to buy one brand new, you're probably looking anywhere between $10,000 and $12,000 for a 4-star. You get up a little bit bigger, you know, a 6 I think is over 20. That tedder right there, I paid $8,700 for it. And it's used, it was used. It's the new model that Pequea has out. Somebody used it very little. They put all new teeth on it, and it works really good. And I do have to say, Pequea is made in Pennsylvania, the state that I live in. You could see I round belled some of this field here, and you could see how the hay is starting to regrow. We will get a second cut. And you could see how this hay, since I left it flat, it's nice and green on the backside. It didn't hurt it all that much. If you leave hay flat and it gets rained on, it should be okay. Now when you go to rake it and you put it in a row, okay, it's going to get soaked. You can't get air. And say you already turned it over and it's getting wet on all sides, then that's when you could have some issues. But as far as the quality of this hay, since I left it flat, turned out pretty nice. In this field there's a lot of orchard grass, mainly orchard grass, some timothy, a little bit of a mix. I really like the orchard grass because it regrows quickly after you cut it. You can get 2, 3, some people get 4 cuttings off of it. Check this field out. I'm going to be doing this field next. You can see the orchard grass, it's pretty much dead. But here's a timothy, a bunch of timothy in it. It's a bit of a mix. And on the bottom here, look at the growth, how green it is. Should make pretty good hay, should get a lot. This was the contest field that I did last year. In one of my videos I had a contest and it is doing outstanding this year. I'm just getting to it a little bit late, which is okay. I gotta watch the weather and I'll start cutting. Well, we're just going to keep on keeping on making hay. We got lots of hay to do. Lisa's finishing up this field, tedding it. Tomorrow she's going to rake it, and then I'm going to bale it. Well, Lise, what do you think about the tedder? That was the first time using it. What do you think?
Seemed to work okay. I don't know how a tedder's supposed to work. I've never run one before, so seemed to be fine to me.
This was her first time using it. You do have to keep the RPMs up on the tractor, sort of like the brush hog, right?
Yes, found that out.
To throw, yeah, you got to throw that hay. That hay's heavy when it's wet, and you got to crank it up. But yeah, overall, I think it did a real good job. I'm really pleased with it. We never really had a tedder.
Well, if it means I don't have to rake 3 or 4 times after the rain, then
right. We used to have to rake like 3 or 4 times to get that hay dry. Now we spread it out. Tomorrow the sun will hit it and it should be ready to rake. So yeah, I think it's a very good investment, and I think anybody that does hay should have a tedder, especially in the case of what we just ran into. We had a lot of rain. It got rained on twice, and I thought the hay looked pretty good, Lise.
Wet but good.
Well, we cut it and we left it flat. if we were to rake it and then it get rained on,
then it would have probably started getting black.
well, it would get soaked, waterlogged. It'd be harder to dry. And it would have hurt the hay more. So letting it flat like that, I think, really helps on the backside. Okay, what do you want to say, Lise?
Until next time.
All right.